Awesome. Good morning. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I am going to call the Ramsey County Board of Commissioners for February 15th to order. Roll call, please.
Carter,
Here.
Rhythm,
Here.
McDonough,
Here.
McGuire,
Here.
Ortega,
Aye.
Reinhardt,
Here.
and Matas Castillo.
Here. And now Commissioner McDonough will lead us through the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the land acknowledgement while we all go on mute.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now I'll move into the land acknowledgement. Every community owes its existence and vitality to generations from around the world who contributed their hopes, dreams, and energy to making the history that led to this moment. Some were brought here against their will. Some were drawn to leave their distant home in a hope of a better life. And some have lived on this land since time immemorial. Truth and acknowledgement are critical to building mutual respect and connections across all barriers of heritage and difference. We are standing on the ancestral lands of the Dakota people. We want to acknowledge the Ojibwe, the Ho-Chunk, and other nations of people who also called this place home. We pay respects to their elders, past and present. Please take a moment to consider the treaties made by the tribal nations that entitle non-Native people to live and work on traditional Native lands. Consider the many legacies of violence, displacement, migration, and settlement that brings us together here today. And please join us in uncovering such truths at any and all public events. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner McDonough. As we know, we have a short agenda today. We'll move quickly. Just wanted to acknowledge that we are in the middle of our national conference, and so we are moving quickly as we've got a lot of events to attend. So with that, we have the agenda of February 15th presented for approval before you.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion, a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
McDonough,
Aye.
McGuire,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Reinhardt,
Aye.
Carter,
Aye.
Rhythm,
Aye.
and Matas Castillo.
Aye. We have the minutes from February 8th, 2022 presented for approval. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. I've heard a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
McDonough,
Aye.
McGuire,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Reinhardt,
Aye.
Carter,
Aye.
Rhythm,
Aye.
and Matas Castillo.
Aye. I'll turn to Commissioner McDonough for the administrative item.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item number 3, Capital Improvement Program Bond Series 2022A Award Sales. I move it.
Thank you. Is there a second? And we have a second. And now we're going to move to discussion. I'd like to turn it over to County Manager O'Connor, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We'll get the details here from the finance team. Leading into it, I just want to extend a special thanks this time. A number of you that I spoke with yesterday know this, but with the continued volatility around us, as the Fed comes out with surprise announcements, as we went to bond sale yesterday, it just added another level of complexity in the last 24 hours. And I want to thank this team for guiding us through the process and, quite frankly, getting this done early in the year. I think if we were 2 or 3 months from now, it could be a different proposition for us, and it could have cost the taxpayer money. With that, I will turn it directly over to the finance team. I don't know who's going to go from that team, but they'll walk you through the bond sale yesterday.
Thank you. CFO Katzka.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Commissioners, good morning. Just want to take one quick moment before I turn it over to our partners at Baker Tilly to thank DeAndre Lindsay. It's his first bond sale, so congratulations. It was an exciting one. And everyone who supported the team as we've worked all the way from back in October when we first came before you till now to sell $19 million of bonds yesterday in a successful sale. So I'm going to turn it over to Baker Tilly. Terry Heaton, I think, is going to go first. And she has her partner, Elizabeth Bergman, with her as well, and going to walk you through the bond sale.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the commission. We did indeed come through with a successful sale, and we'll give you a quick summary here this morning because we know you're busy at the meeting. The bonds were offered for $19 million on behalf of Ramsey County yesterday, and we received bids at our office at 10 o'clock. We received 9 bids, which is a lot. Generally, we've seen the range from 3 to 13 bidders for Ramsey County, most often between 5 and 7. So 9 was a very exciting number for us, especially with the announcement from the Federal Open Market Committee yesterday about a visit on rates. So we weren't sure if we'd lose some bidders. The low bid came from Piper Sandler, and they bid 2.225%. And what we were watching is just since January, and of course, watching the Federal Reserve announcements, they're talking about continued adjustments throughout the year. But just since January, interest rates have increased from 50 to 70 basis points, and that's what we were navigating. So our original estimate was 1.84% based on December. And last week we did an update because we saw the rising interest rates and we wanted to set reasonable expectations. We estimated early last week 2.15%. And then the announcement from the Federal Reserve came out, the Federal Open Market Committee, and we saw that towards the end of the week they were going up, then actually landed at 2.24%. Even though we were hoping to come in at under 2.5 the way things were moving. How does that compare your sales looking back, the last few years? Even though it's, 2.25, 2.22, that's a very low borrowing rate historically. And just looking back at a few sales in 2021 was an all-time low, 1.56. But in 19, the same type of bond issue, the rate was 2.4. In 18, it was 2.92. And in 2015, it was 2.78. So it's the second lowest actually in the last several years, besides, despite the correction in the market. So we were relieved and excited, and certainly recommend the low bid to Piper Sandler at 2.22. And a big part of that rating and your ability to get through this moving market is your 2 AAA bond ratings too. And here with me is Elizabeth Bergman. And Elizabeth does exactly what I do with many other clients. So we work together as a team with Ramsey County. And in particular, Elizabeth has expertise with ratings in that she is a former analyst with Moody's. Elizabeth is going to talk to you a little bit more about your ratings.
Thanks, Terry. And I hope you all won't hold it against me, the former rating analyst thing. We tend to be pretty nice, but and certainly the rating agencies, I was going to say were nice in this case, but they weren't nice. They took appropriate action in affirming the county's 2 AAA ratings, as Terry said. We went through the process in conjunction with selling the bonds and had conversations with both rating agencies, and obviously staff provided them with a lot of information as to the past financial performance, tax base, debt plans, and then those things looking forward. Both rating agencies published reports in conjunction with the sale, and both were very favorable. A couple highlights: S&P specifically commented on the county's operational stability through the panic, in addition to praising the commitment to financial stability and high fund balance, as well as low debt burden. And like S&P, Moody's also cited a strong economy and mentioned the stability that significant institutional presence in the county brings. Also commented on debt burden and just a long-term commitment to financial stability, and both at the leadership level as well as just operationally. Maintaining a AAA is no small feat, let alone in a pandemic. And in order to do that, you need a couple different things. One is you need a governing body with future vision and commitment to financial health, which clearly you all have, and a finance staff that's effective and prepared. And that's definitely the case here. The staff did a terrific job in preparing for the rating committee and presenting to rating agencies. And as cited earlier, Dre's first time through the rating agency process, and he did a spectacular job. So congratulations on the maintenance of the 2 AAAs and on a really great sale.
Thank you so much for a fantastic report. And I think we should give a round of applause to the whole team that worked on this. It really is fantastic. And now I want to turn it over to our budget chair, Commissioner Reinhardt, who has led our budget committee for several years, helping us to be in a good standing. So Commissioner Reinhardt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for the great sale, to our staff, to our contractors. This is something that is very exciting. And I do know that yesterday, I don't know that Ryan got any gray hairs, but I think when that announcement came out just at the same time, it was from the feds, it was a little nerve-wracking, I know that. So, but I'm very pleased, obviously. And one thing that I want to note, I think this is our 22nd year in a row of the AAA bond rating. I know it's in the 20 years range anyway. And it's something that we worked really hard on way back when we really set out to come up with a plan as far as the infrastructure needs that we had in this county that had been neglected for a number of years prior to that. And really working together with our community, with all of our goals in place. And I think when we look at this, it's almost become, okay, well, of course, we're going to get that, but that's not the case. And so I just want to make sure that, first of all, this board, in the way that we make decisions through our budget process, through our goals, and staying strong in maintaining or really working on those goals. I've said in the past, we're a board of action. We don't just make statements, we get the job done. And I think that that is reflected in this AAA bond rating. And a lot of folks don't understand exactly what the impact is, but this is millions of dollars, millions of taxpayer dollars. And we don't take it for granted, we never will, because it's a lot of work. And again, I just want to say thank you to staff, this board, and the leadership in this county. Every single employee in Ramsey County has a role to play in how we get things done in an excellent manner. So I am very pleased. Don't take it for granted at all, and moving forward. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Reinhardt. And I just want to echo Elizabeth's comments when you said how we get this good rating of having a vision for the financial future, as well as staff that's prepared. That is something that everyone on the screen and many staff behind can celebrate. And so thank you to CFO Kutza and DeAndre, congratulations on your first bond sale. You have now set a precedent, so we'll have high expectations for you in the future. So thank you very much. And also to our county manager, who has really built out a really fantastic team. The credit goes to the whole staff. So thank you all very much. Thank you so much, Elizabeth and Terry, for giving us this presentation. And it's great to have you in partnership with us at Ramsey County, and we look forward to more in the future. So with that, with no other comments, we will now roll call the approval of our bond sale.
McDonough,
Aye.
McGuire,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Reinhardt,
Aye.
Carter,
Aye.
Redham,
Aye.
and Modis Castillo.
Aye. Before we adjourn, I just want to quickly go to the county manager if he has any closing comments. Again, congratulations on the bond sale. County Manager O'Connor.
Thanks, Madam Chair. I'm just going to ground in what we just approved in terms of what it means. It'll lead to upgrades at 3 of our golf courses, or at a couple of our golf courses, in alignment with our long-term plans at that space. Continued property management improvements at Metro Square and beginning work at the Plato office building. Continued improved signage work and residents first welcoming across our facilities with property management. Those are the types of things that $19 million buys. And so everything you said is extremely important to how we get the financing, and then what we do with it was the other part of the process that I just wanted to lift up. And with that, Madam Chair, I have nothing else.
Great, thank you. And thank you all for joining us on this special board meeting. And we wish Commissioner McGuire luck as she's off to meet the president. So thank you all, and we are adjourned.
Hi, my name is Hali. I'm here with the City of St. Paul's Food Too Good to Waste program. We're here with the Butter Tin to learn how they're preventing food waste.
The Butter Tin reduces food waste by recycling and composting, and we actually have recycled and composted since we opened in 2013. And also since we've opened, we have used truly